In his recent speech to Congress, King Charles III stated checks and balances. That is an excellent point to make. So, how do we go from this to this within a couple of months? It's a great question to ask, and that is a question that the royal family has to answer. You know how King Charles said the tale of two Georges in his speech before Congress? Well, this is going to be the tale of the two Archies.
Trevor put an article out there that Meghan had a hysterectomy and couldn't have children. And that was a big issue in their relationship. So that says a lot to the fake royal kids right now, because obviously they couldn't have come out of her.
The line of succession is a list, a very posh one, but still a list. Anybody on that list has a right to maybe one day be called the monarch of the United Kingdom, which is why checks and balances were put in place to ensure that anybody who is included in that list, on that very posh list, because that's what the line of succession is rightfully there. Everybody has to pass the check and balances in place to join such a prestigious list. And yet, Harry and Meghan's children, no checks and balances. The public does not have a right to know, in spite of the fact that it's incredibly shady. Charles made history when he ascended the throne for many reasons. One of them is that he is the first heir next in line to the throne to actually ascend the throne, because in the 1200-year-old British monarchy, the next in line didn't ascend the throne. Yes, many of you don't know that. Charles is the first one to do that, which tells you that that is an oddity. It's not the norm. But because Queen Elizabeth was queen for 70 years, that is a lifetime in anybody's, for anybody. People don't know that. People assume, yeah, King Charles, of course, he's next in line. He's going to inherit the throne. That's not it. Not that I've told you that King Charles is the first in a 1200-year-old monarchy to actually ascend the throne, who's next in line, you'll understand the gravity of having Harry and Meghan's children in that line of succession and that very posh list, because anything can happen. When James II fled the country in 1688, Parliament held that he had abdicated the government and that the throne was vacant. The throne was then offered not to James' young son, but to his daughter Mary and her husband William of Orange as joint rulers. It is vital that the people who are put in the line of succession or included in the line of succession belong there. And yet, we have no records, no officials, anybody witnessing the birth of either child. And the testimony that Harry gave on that book Spare does not pass the muster test at all. What is really interesting to me is that the Sussex squad, the Sussex people, the Sussex fan, and even Meghan herself, she doesn't even want to contemplate that she could give birth to a mixed race baby or a baby that looks mixed race. Why? It's like she finds it offensive. Her Sussex squaddies find it offensive to even consider that Meghan Markle could have pushed out of her vajayjay a mixed looking kid, as though that is an offense, as though looking mixed race is an offense. It's something that is bad. I'm going to read you the article that's now being published in mainstream media, and we're going to ask very uncomfortable questions. I believe that the time is coming for the British monarchy, for Charles, to address these very important questions, because being included in that posh list is huge. It has meaning. It matters. Thank you for coming to my channel. My name is Paula M. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. 49.7% of you are not subscribed to my channel. Please hit the subscribe button and also hype the video if you can, since you're here. In the introduction, I explained to you that Charles is the first royal next in line to ascend the throne, to actually be crowned monarch, because that was never the norm. In 1200 years, guys, just think about that. But now that you know that's not the norm, that was not the norm in 1200 years of monarchy, you know that anything can happen in that line of succession. And you will understand how important it is for anybody to be included in that line of succession. Today, I'm going to read an article and I'm going to expose and I'm going to use Meghan Markle's own media because, for example, I took those pictures, especially the one with the little boy on the left, from Meghan Markle's video. I just did a screenshot of Meghan Markle's videos that she posted on Instagram. That is supposed to be Archie. The other little boy on the right is supposed to be also Archie within 6 to 7 weeks time difference. I don't care who you are, but that child is not the same child. I don't care. This is not even a Photoshop job that, maybe Meghan Markle Photoshopped the white kid. No. The kid sitting with Harry on his lap is Meghan Markle's idea that is Archie. And she posted it looking blurry. I will show you the video. Because many of her Sussex squatties have come forth and said, that is not Harry. That is not Meghan Markle's child. They were incredibly offended at the mere thought that Rachel Meghan Markle could birth a mixed race looking kid. To prove my point, I am on Meghan's Instagram account, as you can all see. That is the video that's as of today, Meghan Markle has on her Instagram account. She posted it 45 weeks ago. And this is to basically wish Harry a happy Father's Day. You will see during this video that the children vary in size and like color, whatever you want to call it. But you will see the pictures and you will see the children. Now, Meghan starts with that. Of course, she goes with the baby. That's another child. Of course, Harry playing with that kid. That's another child that they want us to think that's whoever. That is supposed to be Archie. As you can see, that kid, even stopping there, has a hell of a lot more hair than the other Archie that Meghan Markle always shows up with. That's Harry. That's supposed to be another Archie. I was told that it's actually August, Eugenie's son. But let's continue with that. That's Archie with a lot of hair. That's Harry with Lily, allegedly, of course. That's Harry with an Archie with a lot of hair. If you look at this, literally Lily is the same size as Archie. And there we go. This is where I got the picture from. I took a screenshot there, and that's where I took the picture. Meghan Markle wants us to believe that is Harry sitting with Archie, reading him a book. So that is not me making this up. This is Meghan Markle. That is the kid. Okay, that's Harry with the kid, almost turning 1 year old. You see that? That's them. Look at the head, at the hair that the kid has, right? That is supposed to be Archie. This is Meghan Markle. This is her own Instagram media. Okay? I don't care who you are. These two children are not the same at all. If you look at the child that Harry's holding, he even has teeth at the bottom. He's supposed to be almost 1 year old, almost the same age, a week's difference between the little boy that Harry's holding and the one that Meghan Markle is holding, where allegedly that's when he turned 1 year old when she read a book. I am using all of Meghan Markle's media.
So it's been a special couple days.
Who does he take after? Does he look like anyone?
We're still trying to figure that out.
Now, everyone says the baby's changed so much over 2 weeks. We're basically sort of monitoring.
This is directly from the Royal Insider. Royal bombshell. Harry and Meghan's Archie exposed in chilling side-by-side photos. Both claimed to be the same 1 year old baby, but they look like completely different kids. Is the palace finally forced to end this epic lie? It goes on to say the post shared by royal commentator, ooh, how posh, Paula M, and already racking up tens of thousands of views in hours, features two images that the Sussex camp has long presented as their precious Archie at around 1 year old. But there's the twist that has conspiracy theories, royal watchers, and even casual observers doing double takes. The toddlers don't just look different. They appear to be entirely unrelated children. What this article failed to post is that both images were taken from Meghan's videos. That is very important to note, and that is a vital detail to include, because there is no way in hell, guys, absolutely no way in hell that these two children are the same children. The law in California clearly states, as of now, that one parent can post pictures of the children online without the permission of the other parent. However, the law is changing, and a proposal has been entered to stop that. It's supposed to go through in September, which means that right now, Harry can't stop Meghan Markle from posting pictures of any children that she may claim to be hers. But as of September, he will. Also, Harry is not completely helpless, because there is a court order that he could get, an injunction to prevent Meghan Markle from posting pictures of the kids on social media. Also, California has passed a very good law, which is the right to delete for children who right now don't have a right to say anything about what their parents do and post about them online. But when they reach the age of 18, they can request their parents to delete it. Also, there's this California law that says that if parents use their children for social media and to make money, which is the whole point with Meghan Markle, the kids are entitled to 65% of whatever Rachel Meghan Markle makes using their kids by association. I highly doubt that those children are ever going to see a penny from Meghan Markle, but that's what the law says. Why am I bringing all of this? Because at this point in time, guys, it is vital for us to know the answers of what's going on. Who are those children? We cannot sit here and pretend that these two children are Archie. There is no way on earth. This is not even up for debate. This is not Archie. And the thought of Archie being the mixed race looking kid on the left apparently is very upsetting for Meghan Markle's fans, who are incredibly racist. But are we going to sit here and pretend that this is the same child? And yet, Archie and Lily are included in the line of succession. This is how grave it is to have those two children included in the line of succession, because it just doesn't affect the line of succession, but also counselors of state. So guess what do we have now? We have the Prince of Wales, Prince George of Wales, Prince Charlotte of Wales, Prince Louis of Wales, the Duke of Sussex. Harry and his two children are 5th, 6th, and 7th in the line of succession. The moment that King Charles dies, they move up. That means that Harry, along with his two phantom children, will be in the top 6 senior positions in the British monarchy. I just showed you that Charles is the first in the history, in the 1200-year-old history of the British monarchy, to ascend the throne, being the next in line, which means that any of those can go or ascend the throne. The throne is up for grabs. We know that. Please understand that it is important for us to know their whereabouts, which is why I go back to King Charles when he addressed the Congress and he mentioned checks and balances. Where are the checks and balances for this grift, for this con of the century, this gaslighting of the century, with two unverified children included in the line of succession, who will be part of the 6 counselors of state advising the king or stepping in case the monarch is ill or unwell. That's how important those positions are. Are you comfortable with that? I sure as hell am not. But this is very important to note. We have to know our history, because why didn't the press highlight the fact that Charles is the first? He should be in the Guinness Book of Records, because King Charles is the first. He's the first in the line of succession to actually ascend the throne, being the next in line. And yet nobody mentioned it. Nobody mentioned it. We have to keep pushing for this, because this is not right. This is dangerous. We cannot let this grift go. Please let me know what you think, and thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing, beautiful people.